Hi, I'm Robert Christopher Smith, the writer, director, and producer of Vengeance Turns, the motion picture. Thank you very much for checking out our fundraiser here on Kickstarter. This movie, the story, the characters, the crazy action, the brutal violence, and the underlying themes are so important to me, but also to our producers like David Ruano and Dave Ross, and quite honestly to our entire cast. So much so that this has really become a passion project for everyone involved. And all of us have our very own reasons. For me, this is the culmination of about 4 years of writing, revising, planning, and false starts. Shooting this movie is a dream come true for me in so many ways, and I hope to be able to share those with you over the next month as we work on this fundraiser. For now, though, let me introduce you to the cast of Vengeance Turns, the motion picture, and then I'll come back at the end and tell you a little bit about our amazing rewards.
Rebecca is, your lovely mom, wife, sweet, kind, but also feminist and very inclusive, and and then she turns into Mia, which is who is revengeful and aggressive, and but also she just wants justice, which makes you always be on her side, no matter if she's being sweet and gentle or an animal.
Simon Coltrane I think he's an amazing character. He goes from being this simple, kind of useless victim, and he transforms into this strong, grown, and honorable hero. And I think he really learns just how to listen to his own heart and become his own man.
Immediately when I read the character description, I was like, this is badass. This is cool. And then when we talked about the backstory, I don't know how much I don't know how much of that out there.
Welcome. You're welcome.
Just the story behind, not only the evolution of him as a character, but the way his name also evolved, and that paralleled his story, and I thought that was really fascinating. And to be an outsider in your own home was something I so related to growing up. Someone multi-ethnic, multiracial, and then growing up in the Midwest, to kind of find that much of a parallel with a character, I was like, wow, this is neat.
Yeah, I mean, he represents being a loving father and husband and sort of this everything that was good that Mia really has in her life. And as she loses everything when he gets taken away from her, I think he just really is that presence of hope and that things will get back to where she, used to be, the happiness that is there. So I think he's really just a really important role to the story and being that honorous, loving past that she has. So he's kind of almost like the morality of the movie is kind of encapsulated in him.
She's analytical. She's a little precocious for her age. She's like one of the youngest people at the Lost People camp, but she's just like kind of in charge. And so, but I do think she is a little bit afraid of things not being under her control.
Control freaks are in general.
Yep, she's a big control freak.
So when I was first reading through this script, so we got it in sections for the podcast. So when I was like, oh, she doesn't have very many lines. Why do they hate me? They obviously think I suck, And
a total hang in there.
And then I, we kept reading through the script, and I was like, holy shit, she's got such a good transition. I love Hester. I think playing the bad guy is so much fun. So she starts out as this little bitty, oh, poor me. And then at the end you're like, wait, this bitch, what did she just do?
Let's bring in Rob Fury, because Rob Fury is also another interesting case. He played the role of Jefferson Coltrane in the podcast for me. And
You could just stop at Rob Fury as an interesting case.
holy cats! I'm
Hey,
done.
Rob.
I'm done. This is now the Rob Fury Show. Everybody, welcome to the Rob Fury Show.
No, the thing is that I am literally in New York for a Comic-Con right now, and
Thanks for joining us.
I had to.
Hi, New York.
Like literally, I made them push my panel. My panel's supposed to be right now. I'm like, I'm sorry, this is a cast announcement for Vengeance Turn. You're pushing it back at least another half an hour or something, because I'm like, I've been watching it from like the beginning, and it's like, you guys are awesome. I'm just so grateful to be part of this amazing cast with all you talented people. Bronson, he has such a pivotal role. Oh, Steph just hits the fan after this.
Gloria is like she's crazy, but she's a microcosm of kind of like the anger that a lot of people feel when you've like been through shit. And, you know, she wants to feel justified in being able to like exert that anger, because like when you've been through stuff, it's hard to like, you can't just bounce back. A lot of times you got to exert the aggression and get it out of your system before you can kind of be normal. And Gloria does like exhibit little bits of where she shows people like, I can be a normal person. I'm just choosing to live my life the way I want to. And she's really unapologetic about that. And I just love that about her.
Well, I love playing strong characters, and also, you know, the opportunity to shine the light on racism is something I couldn't pass up right now at all.
I like the idea that the project was so female-centric. I think there actually needs to be more movies like that. And so the opportunity to play in a movie like that was important to me. And also the action during a period type of, it's almost like, it's not like it's a documentary or anything, but I've played a lot of period roles during the Revolutionary time, and I've done some with the Renaissance. So this being, 1876, I think, was sort of a good time that I've never experienced before. And I like to bring reality to that.
Yeah, the fact that you said, she is a very small but very vital role. She is definitely, she comes out and does a very big surprise in the movie. But I think what is so special about her is because she is such a small character, but, it goes with a theme of female empowerment and just strong female characters, and especially opposite the sheriff, who is a little weak in a sense. She's just such a strong character and just a strong opposite to him.
No, I mean, I had such a great time working with you on Perry Mason, and I could tell you were very talented and dedicated to everything that you do. So when you contacted me, I was like, yeah, of course, I'd love to be in your film. So, yeah, and I'd heard so much about it while, in between takes and chatting, and I don't know, when you're waiting in line for lunch and all that kind of stuff.
What an amazing cast on so many levels and for so many reasons. I'm on the cast too as Frank Ford, but who cares? I'm Robert Christopher Smith, the writer and director of Vengeance Turns. Thank you for watching. Check out all of our rewards below. We have some really, really cool stuff, and a lot of it is exclusive just to Kickstarter. And a lot of that is exclusive just to helping us with our post-production efforts. Donate and take one of these home while you still can and support one of those wonderful artists. Please share if you can't afford to donate right now. And then follow our campaign here on Kickstarter, and then everything else that we're doing all over everywhere on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Don't forget, donate, like, follow, share. See you soon, you bastards.